Hi guys, David and Cara here from Teachola. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to talk about how we can help you get started teaching online. So let's dive straight in. A little bit about us. Very briefly, I'm one of the co-founders with Teachola and Teachers for Asia. You can see my education background there, TEFL certified. I spent 8 years teaching and living in Asia, in South Korea, different parts of China, mainland, and Hong Kong. And I have experience teaching online to mainly adults, but also younger learners. Cara, do you want to jump in there?
Yeah, sure. So I have a degree in Chinese and International Business, and I also have certified in TEFL. I actually have 3. And I've been in the industry for about 5 years now, online as well as in brick and mortar school. So I've spent some time in China and in Taiwan. And I teach a range of students like you. So from young learners and beginners, the whole way up to adults and advanced learners then as well.
There's a little bit about Teachola. So I mentioned we were Teachers for Asia since 2011. And then we've rebranded now to Teachola since the start of the pandemic. Essentially, our core services are listed here. We help university degree holders find jobs in Asia. And also now we're doing a lot more with helping people find jobs teaching online. We also offer teacher training courses through our partners in TEFL courses or CELTA, or even you may want to do some further study at university in Asia. The markets we focus on are listed here. Mainland China would be our biggest market, also Taiwan, Hong Kong, South Korea, and many parts of Southeast Asia, including Vietnam is a popular one, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and other locations as well. Our support offices, we have our main office in Dublin. In Ireland, we have a support office in the UK in Belfast, a small office here in Spain in Valencia, where I'm based. And we have our partner office in mainland China and also in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We've laid out here the steps to teach your first class teaching online. So myself or Cara will be running the workshops. You'll automatically get your free Teach Online guide from us. And then we go into more detail in the workshop. So you have the different steps laid out here. We'll talk about a few of those now. In terms of the support we give you, obviously it's overwhelming, right? The amount of opportunities and options out there if you go online, it's very hard to know where to begin. So what we do at Teachola is give you this ongoing support all the way through, as opposed to just referring you to an online school, which is how most people, most teachers are doing it now. We give this extra support as well. So here we've listed just some of our partner schools in terms of what we offer you, along with the Teach Online guide. You'll get a dedicated placement consultant working with you in regular communication with you about your application. You'll also get really good content on a regular basis from us. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. We have professional contracts with these partner schools. So, and in fact, several of us have been teaching online with these schools as well. So we're in connection, we're in contact with the senior management team, the HR team and at these schools on a weekly basis. So that's another benefit. We can really keep a close eye on your application. And yeah, it's ongoing support for you, not just until your interview, but it's past that and throughout the time you teach online with the school. And we'll also be providing you with regular information on our teaching abroad options too. Okay, let's move along and look at a bit more closely at some of these schools. Cara, I know you've been teaching with iTutorGroup for a while.
Yeah, I've been teaching with these guys. They're a really good group for beginners, especially if you don't have a lot of experience or you're new to online teaching. These guys are a huge platform. You can see some of the minimal requirements there, as well as some pros and cons. This platform is very easy to use. It has a wide range of subjects and provides really good training as well, especially for beginners. So they have live trainings that you can attend with a consultant, but they also have a huge database of pre-recorded video trainings as well. So as a teacher, you can sign into your platform and take it upon yourself to continue to develop and grow your skill sets for online teaching. So this is a really good user-friendly platform for beginner teachers for online. It's a great platform.
Right, exactly. And actually, this was my first school that I worked with as an online teacher as well. So we'd highly recommend this. They're a big player in the industry, very established, and very well financed as well. Just keep an eye on the schedule. Sometimes it can be a little bit inconsistent, but generally it's very, very stable, very flexible as well. And it may take you a little bit of time to build up regular students. That's quite a common thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But it really depends, right? It depends on several factors. So we'd really recommend this as an option for beginners. Here's another school that I worked with as well, Wales English. Really good, really happy with my time there. This focuses more specifically on young learners as opposed to iTutorGroup, which is a wider range of ages of students. It was quite a challenging interview, but it's a really good platform to work for. The support is excellent. You'll more than likely get to teach the same students. The platform is very professionally put together. It depends on the program. They have several teaching positions that they hire for with us. So it does depend. Some of them will require more hours than others, but I think the minimum there is 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Next one is Teachola. I've also taught with these, and Cara, you're the same. How have you found Teachola?
I really enjoy them. So these ones are specifically for adults. So I find that the quality and the level of the students is much higher, as well as the actual content. The class content itself is extremely interesting. These classes are much more conversational, so you can learn quite a lot from them, quite a lot about the Chinese culture. A lot of the students are Chinese. This platform is really great, very professional, like I said, super interesting. So I really enjoy working with these guys.
Yeah, very good. Me too as well. It's the students are really enthusiastic, and they're there. They're adult students, usually from, you might get the odd high school, but generally it's a minimum would be like a freshman or exactly university student. But the majority would be professional adults, and really fascinating, interesting people from all backgrounds, like engineers or finance or tech. Let's move on to the next school we mentioned here is Qkids. So this is obviously teaching kids. It's focused only on teachers who are based in the US or Canada. So unless you're based there, you won't be able to apply for this school. But yeah, they're really good. They very professional. They offer a flexible schedule as well. Really good platform. It's based around games, and it's really engaging for the students. And the training again is really good. Like I mentioned, geographically you have to be in the US or Canada, and that's a bit of information on Qkids. Lastly, for this webinar, we're just talking about Palfish, which is one of our recent partner schools. So you can actually, you don't need a university degree to qualify for Palfish, which unlike the other four we've mentioned, you do. So that's an interesting one here. Also, you teach via your mobile phone. So it's really flexible, really handy, especially if you're on the move. There's a really good community, a support network of many thousands of teachers currently working with them, where you can learn more about tips and tricks on teaching via your phone. And the classes are one-on-one. So it's a great way to get into teaching online. And also we find, Cara, a lot of our graduates, or I should say our current final year students at university are really enjoy Palfish too.
Especially given the current climate, over the past year or so, a lot of university students maybe haven't had the opportunity to work or have part-time work. So being able to take some part-time hours and, like you said, use your mobile phone just gives you so much more flexibility and freedom. So this is a really good platform for that.
Very briefly, we'll run through how you apply for these online jobs with Teachola. So this is the link, teachola.com, online teaching schools. Now, just to explain, when you book a spot in your workshop, you'll get all this information. Now, if you can't make the workshop, that's okay. You'll still get all of our emails, our videos, and the Teach Online guide as well. But we do recommend you come along to the workshops. Generally, it's no more than 8 people, and we're getting super feedback from all the teachers. It's a very informal, but hopefully informative 40 minutes of your time. So yeah, read through the information we've laid out in the View School section on this page. Read it carefully as we give you tips on applying there as well. So when you're ready, then you just click on the Apply for Job button. Pretty straightforward. This will bring you to the school application page and just follow the instructions. For all of these schools, obviously you want to have your CV, your resume uploaded on your laptop, or if you are applying via your phone on Palfish, have it ready, and also an accompanying photograph, a headshot. We recommend friendly and professional style of headshot will work. And then you just go ahead and set up your interview time and start preparing. Pretty straightforward, and it shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. This is a graphic of what I've mentioned. This is how the page looks. So there's your apply. There's your apply for job button, for example, Wales English, and also there's information on the View School. The interview, how to prepare. Cara, do you want to jump in there?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, this is just generally for all of your interviews, no matter what platform you're applying for. We want to make sure that we read over the Teach Online guide, just look at the couple of tips, give that a quick read, and make sure that you understand all of the different elements. There'll be a couple of different tips here on how to be successful in your interview. You want to make sure that you're practicing with the relevant technology, that you've gotten used to the platform and the tools within the platform for whatever company you're applying for. And you want to confirm what time your interview is in as well. You would be surprised. This looks quite obvious, but it's amazing how many people make a little mistake here, and you want to make sure that you don't end up having an interview at like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. So do check this.
Yeah.
As well as that, then you want to preview your material. So in your interview, you may have a short Q&A where the interviewer will get to know you, but also have a short demo lesson as well. So you want to make sure that you're previewing the material, you know what you have to do, maybe prepare some questions that you want to ask, maybe prepare some extra material, especially if you're going to interview for a younger age. You want to avoid just reading your demo material. So these are a couple of things that we need to think about. Again, we'll go through a little bit more detail in the workshops as well.
And lastly, this is a bit of an insight into the sort of material we'll be sending you. So these are mainly in video format.
Yeah.
Cara, do you want to run through some of these? You feature in a lot of them anyway. So
yeah,
can you run through them?
We've created a lot of video content to help you guys out, that we'll be sending on to you as well. I will talk about things like I mentioned before, tips for your interviews, tips for getting setting up your platform, setting up your home office, the different kind of devices and stuff that we mentioned a little bit in today's video. We'll go through things like top skills for online teachers, how to engage with your students, as well as things about dealing and engaging with students of different ages. And also things then like exam information. And then, of course, other members of the team will run through other videos like teaching abroad. Loads of interesting and fun video content coming your way, guys.
Super, yeah. So we're almost done. Really, there's a summary of where we are now in this step. We've talked about step 4, how to apply, and a little bit about your interview as well. In the workshop, we'll go into more detail on, especially on tips for the interview, and we'll be able to answer your questions. The workshops we run currently are usually Wednesdays and Saturday. Obviously, it'll depend on where you are in the world, but it's easy to book your spot, and the address is teachola.com/teachonline. But you'll probably see us online with that link, and just book your spot, and then we'll see you there. This was just a short video on to get you started, but definitely looking forward to seeing you at the workshops. Cara, I think we can leave it at there.
Yeah, definitely look forward to seeing you guys there.
Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.
Bye.